Welcome to The Deep Dive. Today we're digging into a source focused on, well, eating for a healthy heart.
That's right.
Our goal, as always, is to pull out the key, actionable stuff for you without getting lost in the weeds.
Exactly. Keep it practical.
So let's jump right in. Based on this document we looked at, what are the real core principles, the must-knows for a heart-healthy diet?
Well, at its core, this document really highlights a few key areas. First and foremost, fruits and vegetables.
Okay, fruits and veggies. Classic.
Yeah. But the source emphasizes them as like fundamental, almost the essential building blocks you need for good cardiovascular health.
Building blocks. I like that framing. Does it get specific about which fruits or vegetables, or is it more, general?
It definitely encourages variety, but the main idea seems to be the sheer density of good stuff in them. Vitamins, minerals,
Right.
and especially antioxidants. The document suggests these really help protect the heart, kind of at a cellular level.
Ah, okay. So it's about flooding your system with those protective things.
Precisely. Flood your system. That's
Yeah.
a good way to put it.
All right, so fruits and vegetables are foundational. What else does the document flag as really crucial?
Whole grains. That's another major focus area.
Whole grains, right. Why those specifically?
The document really stresses the fiber content. Apparently, this fiber is super important for helping manage cholesterol levels.
Which we know is key for the heart. Yeah.
Absolutely key. So we're talking things like oats, brown rice, whole wheat bread. Basically, the less processed, the better the impact seems to be.
Got it. So fiber's a big player here. Makes sense. What about protein? Where should we be getting that from, according to this source?
It definitely leans towards, well, lean protein options,
Okay.
like things like poultry chicken, turkey, but without the skin ideally. Fish gets a big thumbs up too. And also plant-based sources.
Oh, interesting. Like beans.
Exactly. Beans, lentils,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. These give you the protein you need, but generally without the higher levels of saturated fat you might find in, say, a lot of red meats. The source kind of implies those might be less heart-friendly, and it specifically mentions the omega-3 fatty acids, especially from fish.
Ah, omega-3s. We hear about those all the time. What benefits does the document connect to them, specifically for the heart?
Yeah, the source points to their potential for reducing inflammation
Yeah.
and also helping maintain healthy blood pressure,
Okay.
both pretty critical factors for keeping your cardiovascular system running smoothly.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. Okay, so we've covered the eat more of this stuff. What about the flip side? What does this document tell us to maybe cut back on or avoid?
It's pretty straightforward on that front. Limit your intake of saturated fats and trans fats,
Okay. The usual suspects?
pretty much. Also, watch out for excessive sodium, salt, and added sugars.
Right. So fewer processed snacks, sugary drinks, and being careful with the salt shaker and certain fats.
Exactly. The document suggests these can negatively impact heart health. They might contribute to things like higher bad cholesterol, raised blood pressure, maybe inflammation too.
Okay. So zooming out just a bit, why do these specific recommendations keep popping up when we talk about heart health? What's the underlying connection?
What's interesting is how closely these dietary tips align with what the cardiovascular system actually needs. By focusing on whole foods packed with nutrients, you're essentially giving your heart the quality fuel it needs to work well.
Okay. Fueling it, right.
Yeah. And conversely, by limiting those other components, the excess salt, sugar, unhealthy fats, you're reducing potential stressors, things that can lead to problems like plaque buildup in arteries or high blood pressure.
So it's about giving it the good stuff and reducing the bad stuff that can stress the system out.
That sums it up pretty well, yeah.
Okay, so for everyone listening, the core message from the source seems to be focus on whole, unprocessed foods. Think fruits, veggies, whole grains. Prioritize lean proteins, including fish and plant sources. And be mindful about your intake of saturated and trans fats, salt, and added sugar.
That's the gist of it. It's about making informed choices consistently.
Right. It's not about perfection, probably, but consistency.
Exactly. Maybe it starts small, like adding one more serving of vegetables each day or swapping white bread for whole wheat. Those small shifts add up.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, quick recap then. This source highlights fruits, veggies, whole grains, lean proteins as foundational. Limit saturated trans fats, sodium, added sugars.
You got it. It's about nurturing your heart with food.
Perfect. And just to leave everyone with something to think about, consider how making these heart-healthy food choices might ripple outwards. Could eating better for your heart also maybe boost your energy levels? or improve your mood.
That's a great point. It's often all interconnected.
Definitely something to explore personally. How does your diet affect your whole well-being? Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.